Adoptive parents? Has your kid ever crashed out? I was at our son Kian's birthday dinner at this all-you-can-eat sushi place he'd wanted to try for months when he dropped the bomb on me and my wife. I found my birth parents, Derek and Crystal Sanders. They want to meet me. My wife Rosie smiled. That's wonderful, honey. We always said we'd support you if I'm moving in with them after I turn 18. Kian interrupted. They're my real parents. You guys are just placeholders. The chopstick slipped from my hand. We'd adopted Kian when he was 6, raised him for 10 years. Kian, what are you talking about? Rosie's voice cracked. You're not my real parents, he said, not even looking up from his sushi. I've been thinking about it. You're just strangers who the state assigned to raise me. Derek and Crystal, they're my blood, my actual family. They made me and I owe them everything. I don't owe you anything. Not love, not respect, nothing. Rosie started crying. But we love you. That's your choice. I never asked for it. You're not my real mom and dad. You're just nobodies I got stuck with. I took my wife's hand and spoke. Okay, Kian, if we're strangers, then we'll be strangers. Rosie looked at me shocked, but I smiled at her, and Kian laughed. Glad you get it. I'm meeting my real parents tomorrow. Fine, I responded. But strangers don't live here for free. Rent's $500 a month, due immediately. The next morning, Kian needed a ride to meet Derek and Crystal. Dad, can you? I'm not your dad, and I don't drive strangers around. It's 2 hours away, not my problem. He took an Uber, which cost him $120 from his college savings. When he got back, he was glowing. Derek played football. Crystal's an artist. They said I have their genes, their talents. They get me. Cool. Where's your rent? What? You said we're strangers. Strangers pay rent. $500. I don't have $500. Better get a job then. Also, you need to buy your own food now. Strangers don't share groceries. Kian had a basketball tournament that weekend. College scouts were coming. Can you drive me to the tournament? Why would I drive a stranger to basketball? You've driven me for 10 years. That was when you were my son. Now you're just a tenant. Take the bus. He missed warm-ups. Coach benched him. Scouts left at halftime. His college applications were due in 2 weeks. He needed parent recommendation letters. Can you write my parent recommendation? I'm not your parent. Ask Derek and Crystal. They don't know me. Not my problem. They're your real parents. Derek and Crystal couldn't write anything substantial. They didn't know his grades, his activities, nothing. The guidance counselor called, confused. Kian's parents haven't submitted recommendations? We're not his parents, I explained. He made that very clear. He said we're strangers. His real parents are Derek and Crystal Sanders. When Kian got strep throat, he needed antibiotics. Can you take me to urgent care? I don't take strangers to doctors. Besides, I removed you from my insurance. You're Derek and Crystal's responsibility. What? Strangers don't share health insurance. The visit would cost $300 without insurance. Derek and Crystal didn't answer their phones for 3 days. His National Honor Society induction required parent attendance. Rosie and I didn't go. We're not your parents, Rosie reminded him. Derek and Crystal promised to come. They never showed. Kian stood alone while every other kid had family there. The advisor whispered, where are your parents? Getting high, probably. Kian mumbled. Prom was coming. Kian needed $300 for tickets, tux rental, dinner. Can I borrow? I don't lend money to strangers, I said. Especially strangers who made it clear they owe me nothing. He didn't go to prom. Sat home looking at Instagram photos of his teammates. His college fund, $80,000 we'd saved since he was 7, remained locked. That money was for our son, I explained. You're not our son. You're Derek and Crystal's son. They don't have any money. Not our problem. We're just strangers, remember? What finally made Kian snap was when he got appendicitis. Called me from school, crying in pain. Please, Dad, I need to go to the hospital. I'm not your dad, and I don't take strangers to hospitals. Call your real parents. Derek was high. Crystal didn't have a car. Kian called an ambulance. $3,000 bill. Hospital called us as emergency contacts. We're not his parents, I told him. He made that clear. Bill Derek and Crystal Sanders. Kian had to drop out of school to work full-time at McDonald's to pay medical bills. No insurance, no college, no basketball. Derek and Crystal disappeared after asking him for money. When Kian came home sobbing, begging us to be his parents again, I looked at him calmly. But Kian, we're just strangers. You said so yourself. We're placeholders. Why would strangers take you back? I was wrong. Please, you're my real parents. You raised me. No, Kian, you made it very clear. We're just people the state paid to house you. And since you're 17 now, the state stopped paying. You need to leave by Friday. Where will I go? Ask your real parents. Oh wait, Derek's in jail for meth and Crystal's in rehab. Again, he stood there, 17 years old, no diploma, no college, no future, abandoned by the birth parents he chose over us. Please, Dad, I'm not your dad. You explained that to me very clearly while we were eating sushi, remember? You said you owed us nothing. No love, no respect, nothing. So that's what you're getting. Nothing. He stared at me in disbelief. That's it. I'm not taking this anymore. He went upstairs without a word. I heard the water running for an hour. Then another 30 minutes later, sirens outside our door. Full story on channel linked below.